Welcome to everyone, and today I have the pleasure to present Neil Patel, a CEO, king guru of everyone. And who hasn't heard about Neil Patel? Neil, thank you very much for being here. And if you just can enlighten us a little bit on what's coming up, and welcome to the group, Neil.
Oh, thanks for having me.
It's just like some. Tell me a little bit your story and how you start up and where you are now. It's just amazing to know your evolution and how well you are known.
Yeah, sure. So I started when I was 16 years old. I created my own website. I couldn't get any traffic to it. I tried hiring a company to help me. They provided no results. I had eventually I ran out of money and I had to learn it myself and I got good at it.
Scarcity, isn't it? It's like when we get pushed down, it's like when flowers grow harder, isn't it?
Yes.
You grown in UK, but now most of your time spent it in the US, or how does it work?
Yeah, I was born in the UK. I grew up though in the US, so I spent almost all my life in the US.
Okay. And once you started your first business, when do you think it was like the keystone that is like, wow, this is going very well? When this happened and how long it took you? Because you are, I think, 3 years younger than me. And man, you're like, just like everyone knows Neil. I mean, Neil Patel is just like, he's the guy.
It took many years. So I would say it took around 3-4 years to start doing well.
Only? I've been doing more than that, man, and no one knows me. Only my mother, my family. And what do you think is like that keystone that really makes a difference on like, wow, I'm achieving the results?
Well, it doesn't matter how many people know you. It just matters how well you're doing, right? And there's so many people who aren't well known, but they're doing hundreds of times better than me. So that's how I.
Point. And how would you like when you say like I love this what you just said, many people that we don't know is doing million times better than anyone. But in which moment it's like, wow, I'm giving so much value and people is following me. What moment do you realize that and to keep pushing yourself?
I just keep educating and I try to give value, and people like it, they tell me. If they don't like it, they tell me as well, and then I try to keep adapting and make things better over time. So
is Neil Patel more about analyzing or more about intuition? One of what things?
I'm more about execution and testing.
Wow, love it, man. How would it be like a day with Neil Patel?
Most of my day is meetings, phone calls. That's mainly it.
Is it like any crazy morning routine, waking up at 6, doing some gym and stuff like that, or just more like waking up and go back to business?
Waking up and just go to business. So like I start right away, and mainly meetings, phone calls, emails, but I crank 24/7.
That's awesome. And what about the content? It's obviously execution, and it's a lot about like checking what you do. But do you follow any guys that is like, wow, they're doing amazing?
Not really. I just when you think about guidelines and practicing and following, like I believe the stats and the data represents what's doing good and what's bad. So I look at that more than anything else, and like as long as the stats and the data are good, then I follow the format that created those visits and the leads and the sales.
And it's amazing. Like you're running three different SaaS business related to analyzing and SEO. Just if you can write me and help everyone to the audience know more about business that you're running, and this will help us a lot to obviously to engage with you.
Yeah, so the main business I run right now is called Neil Patel Digital. It's an ad agency based out of San Diego, California, and there's different offices around the world, but the headquarters is in San Diego, California.
How many people it's working on neilpatel.com?
Neilpatel.com, me, an editor, a video guy, audio guy, handful, no more than 3-4.
Wow. Can you share?
Years, Database guy, network guy, a designer, project manager. So yeah, actually more, like maybe 10.
Wow. And can you share just like around what revenue are you making the small team like you, and where are you going?
Yeah, sure. NeilPatel.com doesn't really make any money. It loses money. It loses
Okay.
around 150,000 a month.
And where is just for giving value, or is it for acquiring new customers? What's the main purpose
Yeah,
of
the
Neil
ad agent
Patel?
makes money, and then we also make money from selling software.
Okay. Can you take me a little bit more on that?
Yeah, so like we have software like Crazy Egg, Hello
Hmm.
Bar, stuff like that, in which we help people convert more visitors into customers or capture more emails.
Okay. And how many people is working on Crazy Egg and the other softwares that you're running? If you want to share.
I have no idea. Between all the
Okay.
companies, we're at like over 150 employees.
Yeah, exactly. That's why everyone I wanted to know. Like, you guys are amazing, and it's just you're so humble, Neil. Come on, I've been following you, and it's like is it so humble when you go to the top, and this is obviously I love it the way you're running everything you do, guys. It's just we are from Spain. Finally, the small company, and it's like, man, we're learning so much. It's so much value. I mean, some days I think why people goes to university, and it's so much value out there. What do you think also? What's going on universities?
Yeah,
How is
I think university is good for doctors and lawyers and stuff like that, but most people don't need to go to university unless you want to. If you want to go. But on that note, I know you're from Spain. You know we have a Spanish blog, right?
no, tell me.
Yeah, we have a Spanish blog.
As a Spanish.
Blog.
Okay. Well, you have actually, you don't just have a Spanish blog. Everything is translated in Italian, Spanish, English, and I think
Yeah.
a few
Portuguese,
languages.
German, correct.
Uh, you know, like it's like who is? Do you actually translate it yourself, like, or is it like auto translated by Google and stuff
No,
like this?
manual.
All right. I mean, one hack I remember when we launched Find That Lead on Chrome extension was like translate the tool. It's just going to have so much more impact. Do you have so much more impact translating all the blogs and everything that you have?
Yeah, it has a huge impact. And eventually, what we're going to do is we're going to release a marketing tool in Spanish as well in like 2 months.
Woohoo!
I would say by the end of August, we're going to release a big tool for Spanish.
Okay, let's go. Is it for South? Are you going to be focusing South America or mainly Spain or
Both.
Mexico?
We're
Okay.
going to do Brazil, Mexico, Argentina, Peru. We already have the data for Spain, so we started with Spain first.
Happy to help you on that, Neil. And like with Eric's here, you guys like you have a free buffet on those on leads from Finder Leads. This is not the problem.
Okay.
Tell me what's the tool going to be, because I was testing one of it's like if you go and check neilpatel.com, you'll see he and the whole team what he's doing. But just like one of the tools that you have as you go to Neil Patel is you can check your SEO, backlinking, a little bit SEO tool for URL, correct?
Yeah, it's going to be like that, but it's going to be much better, much more detailed. It's going to show you traffic stats for our competitors and everything. So it's going to be a very detailed version of that.
And this is like a funnel to acquire new customers, obviously in a way, obviously, and
You
I
got to.
love it because I love it, man, because you were actually saying, okay, this will take you a week or this will take you 2 months. Just like it's it's so easy to be an expert just reading Neil Patel and SEO. You're like you know it everything and all the secrets. And if you can, are you focusing or do you think it's going to go like Google, Facebook, Twitter? If you can tell me a little bit where these things are going and what is your point of view on the SEO, for example, on Facebook or Google?
Facebook's good, Google's good. We use them all, but yeah, in general, like we want the tool to focus more on Google and Facebook and Pinterest and social media. So we're focusing a bit on everything.
And is it one of the best things? Is it content or paid traffic or both?
Both.
Just like, I love if you can give us some growth hacks that you've been using, or probably in the beginning, that it will help us to understand how we can go one day as big as any of the companies you're working for and you are.
Yeah, one growth hack that we use that works really well is you create free tools. Free tools works really well. It drives more traffic than content. Another growth hack is we write content that's like 10x content. So if someone else has a blog post that does well, that's 1,000 words, you make yours 10,000 words. So like we just go crazy. That does really well. Another strategy that we use is, what is it called? Another strategy we use is webinars. So you can do webinars using like Webinar Jam and EverWebinar to collect a lot of leads. We've been doing a lot of YouTube SEO stuff that works well, LinkedIn videos. We've been finding videos drive a lot of traffic.
How about the podcast you're actually doing? I think you have the Growth University with Eric, which I've been following a lot. And how is this going? Also the same, giving so much value. And how difficult is to be so consistent on the YouTubes, on the webinars, on the podcast?
It's hard, but we do it consistently. But it is very hard. It's not easy.
Do you prefer being on video? You prefer being like writing content?
I prefer videos over audio. I prefer videos over everything. It's my favorite.
It's the same to me, man. It's just like, to me, I love videos. One of the things that we do, Neil, and this is, we do the video, transcript, blog, and we put it in the book, and then we move it a little bit. And this has been working very well once we prepare the words for the SEO. And, it's one of the strategies that we love it because it's always giving so much value.
Yep.
And what book are you reading right now that you're loving and you could share with everyone?
Principles by Ray Dalio.
That's amazing, man. And well, what about the expansion in Spain? How is it going to be? And what ideas on the new software is going to have?
Yeah, we've been in Spain for a while now. And the whole purpose and reasoning for the expansion is, sorry, I just finished giving a speech at a conference.
Okay, no worries, man.
We've been in Spain for a while. The tool is going to end up coming out in a few months in Spain. And the goal is, think of like a SEMrush, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah, but for free.
Okay.
Which is good, no? Why pay when I can give it to you for free?
One of the things I love is like to check my competitors' backlinking, and it's like, okay, let's see what's going. And I think SEMrush is charging like $300 or $400 on that once on the small plans. I don't know what they've been changing prices. And okay, tell me what's the deal on that.
Yeah, and ours will be free, and goal is eventually we'll collect leads, but.
And the thing is, and if you want to share it as well, I know one of let's say, okay, we do an amazing free tool. Like, am I going to be able to check it out on neilpatel.com?
Yes.
Okay. Usually I say, guys, share a link for discount or whatever, but obviously it's going to be free. And Neil, once you have it, we will love to send it to everyone on the group, which is 15,000 members on the group, plus 55 active members on FindThatLead. And this is obviously with love and for you guys to get as much traffic as you can. And, one of the things, there are a few big guys I follow, okay? Eric Xu, Neil Patel, Grant Cardone. And it's all about like giving value and giving all those free tools. And how about on the universe type of thing? Let's go like, is it working like you give 1, it returns 10? Tell me you know more about giving than I do, man.
Yeah, we just give, and then if you don't get, that's okay. You just give.
Okay, but what, like, doesn't it sometimes come up like, fuck, and my numbers are going down, and how difficult, and what do you say to yourself to keep going on those moments?
You just have to love it. Like, I love giving and I love helping. So for me, whether it makes money or not, I just enjoy it. It's
Mm.
fun for me.
It's also having a lean team, small team, very reliable and very focused on giving value. Isn't it something about just giving also about lean teams, isn't it?
Yeah,
We,
it's the way I look at it is like um when you give, people really are thankful, they enjoy it, they like you more, which is a good plus. But more so, it's like they just appreciate it, and then when you see them taking action and they get better results and their life is
mm,
better, like, it's a good feeling.
yeah, I think the same. And sometimes on finally we give a lot, and it's like, do we give because we don't want something back in a subconscious type of thing, or do we give because we love giving? And I don't know in what moment for us, and I'm sharing this with everyone. And my CTO, which I love him, and he's an amazing co-founder, is like, Gerard, stop giving so much, please. We're like, when is the time of stop giving and when is charging? Because obviously we are in a money place, you know.
Yeah.
How do we separate that, or we just go all the way, give as much as you want, and then have a ready product or funnel?
Yeah. So,
What's it?
what is it called? Like, can you repeat the question again? Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. The thing is, when we start giving value, and let's
Yes.
say you give an amazing tools like SEMrush for free, that you could be charging a few dollars or $100, when is the moment that you stop giving so much and start charging it, and when you start just let's go all the way? Something will come up. A big company will acquire us. When is the moment of just give and wait for something in return and just keep giving?
Yeah, it's like, well, here's the thing. When you're out there, you're giving to your community, right? And if you give and you have if you give with your community, you can collect emails, you can monetize in many ways, people go to your funnel. But like, people need to get away from the concept of giving to give, it's good marketing or any of that. They just need to give if they want to give and help, and that's it. Like, you help because you want to help. If you don't want to help, you don't want to help. Like, it's really that simple, you know?
Yeah, yeah, but I love the fact, and I love it. Obviously, you have grown so much for. I don't know if it's this a strategy or it's just like, wow, man, just like full enlightenment, my purpose of life, and let's go for it. Is it more about like this, Neil?
Sorry,
Like,
you're breaking up on.
oh, sorry. I say it's like a kind of like a full enlightenment, which is I think it's amazing,
Thank you.
and it's amazing, and that's obviously in FindThatLead we always try to give as much value as possible, and we love giving as well, and you guys are teaching us big time to us in the group and everyone around. And when is it called? How is it going to be called, the tool? Neil Patel Sembraj, or sorry, Neil Patel SEO back reader. How is it going to be called, Neil?
It's going to be just called Uber Suggest.
Okay. And when is going to be launched?
End of August.
Wonderful. We're going to be promoting, and well, we're going to have this open for a while, and people can be asking questions. I will be answered later, and then we will post this as in the blog. What's the best way of getting to you, Neil?
Just go to neil@neilpatel.com.
Wonderful, Neil. I think it's amazing to have you here in the blog, in the Facebook group. and we will certainly share your tool with everyone. And thank you very much, man.
Yeah, no problem. Take care.
And bye-bye. Thank you. Wait, Neil.